Good morning. I'm working on my chemical order a little bit here. I need to go out and take some inventory, so getting ready to go do that. We got oil to put in a tractor here at some point too. Glyphosate. We're just gonna call that 50 gallons. I'm gonna write all this stuff down. Talnor. This is wheat herbicide. 1 box. That's technically they sell that in cases. Acuron. It's our corn herbicide. That one's a little more than 50 gallons. We'll call it 55. I don't know. Maybe 60. Nah, it's probably 55. We have some intensity. Is that what this is? That is for volunteer corn. 7.5, it looks like. Plus a gallon. 8.5. Okay, that's all of that stuff. We've got some 2,4-D here, and 4 boxes of Liberty. That stuff we bought for like 30 bucks a gallon. It's worth, I think it was 75 or 80 they quoted me on it, so you know, good that we've got a little bit of it left, I guess. I'm just gonna make sure we don't have any other pallets sitting anywhere. Well, there's some numbers. So of course I make up a spreadsheet, so there's a couple of columns for the different suppliers, and you can see the highlighted ones are the ones that we're probably going to buy from each supplier. Clearly that one didn't do so well on the pricing. Yeah, I'm purposely very vague on that for right now. Someday maybe I'll show you a little more detail, but I need Dad to look that over, just double check what I'm thinking on everything, and we'll probably call him this afternoon and try and get an order placed. So, back to this project. This tractor has no hydraulic or transmission oil in it. It's been draining overnight. We need to go crawl under there and put all of the plugs back in and start filling it up. Put the oil filters on. Let's go get the oil filters. We'll start there. So our oil filters go back up in here, and I forgot I was gonna stop and buy a few cans of brake cleaner to clean all that oil up off of there, because we don't have any. I'm out. So I kind of want to do that before I put all this stuff back together. Maybe when I go to lunch I'll stop at the auto parts store and get some. So I guess we'll put some of the drain plugs back in. This little one goes in there. There we go. We'll just keep working our way back. So the drain plug on the IVT here, there's a filter or a screen inside there, and it says to look in there and only clean it and take it out if it's dirty. And you see that stuff there? That has me concerned. So we're gonna go ahead and pull it, which means we gotta pull this solenoid out and then pull this plug, and it should slide out. Should. So, how concerning is that amount of material in this screen and filter? These pieces, I believe, are metal. These are all plastic. That doesn't concern me really at all. This big long string here kind of sort of does a little bit. I don't know. I sent a picture to my John Deere tech. We'll see what he says. Okay, I got all of the plugs put back in. I got the screens put back in. All I've got left is the filters. It is about lunchtime, so I'm gonna run and go get something to eat and grab some brake clean so we can clean that stuff up before we put it back together. And then when I get back, we'll do that, put those 2 filters on, and put some oil back in it. Brake cleaner. Works really good on oil. Anyway, I've got this, so we're gonna clean up a little bit of stuff under here and then get our filters out. When I was on my way back, I had somebody call me, wants to come and talk about seed. That doesn't happen, ever. That somebody calls me and is like, yeah, I'm gonna come out, I don't know, I need to order some seed. Like, so I'm pretty excited about that, and when he gets here, I'm gonna stop and do that. All right, well, that's a lot better than it was. We'll start with the top filter. I did lube up the O-ring, in case you were wondering. And I decided I could leave the plastic on there so I don't get it dirty, so that I can write on it, but I might not be able to turn it. And I might need 2 hands. Okay, well, the plastic didn't work, but we got it started, and my hands are clean at least now, so we'll twist this on there. Till it contacts, and then it says a half a turn. I don't know if I'm gonna get a half a turn, but we'll get it on there. Okay, there. I got my marker. We'll write the hours on them. We're ready for oil. Let's get it pumping, because it's gonna take a bunch. What was it, like 45 gallons, I think. So all of the oil for that entire system, all 4 or 5 of those drain plugs that we took out, goes in right here. And I don't think it's going to take all of it without starting it up and running the tractor and letting it pump it throughout the system. So we're going to let it go for a while. Those are quarts, and we need gallons. So we need like, what, 120, 130 quarts. So we're going to go for a while. There is a sight gauge right back in there. When we start seeing oil in there, that's when we think maybe we can start it up and let it pump. But it's going to take a minute. Well, we got 50 quarts in. You would think that I would be able to do math by now. 45 times 4 is more than 120. It's actually like 180, right? Yeah, it is 180. So it's gonna pump for a while. I'm still watching this sight gauge. Seed customer did just come. Bought 4 bags, which is 4 bags more than I had sold this morning, so we'll take it. Okay, we are up to 106 quarts, and I can see oil down in there. Our sight gauge is clear full. So we're going to go ahead and start the tractor up. I'm going to read the book and just double check, make sure. But we're going to go ahead and start it up. Said to let it run for 2 minutes to let it pump oil into all the reservoirs and everything, and then fill it up the rest of the way. So let's do that. Well, it don't sound good when it's sucking oil and doing that, but going. It's supposed to throw a warning at me about a low oil reservoir, and you're supposed to run it for 2 minutes or until that light goes off, but I don't have a light, so we'll just run it for 2 minutes. Well, the sight glass is empty again, and we're gonna keep pumping. Well, it's not as full as it was the last time, but we're up to 150 quarts. It's above the full mark on the sight gauge, so we'll run it again, give it another couple minutes to pump some more oil around, and then you're supposed to run it for 2 minutes and then let it set for 3 minutes and check the level to the sight gauge to know when it's full. We're probably not going to put in the full 45 gallons because it's unlikely that we got all of it out. All right, so I just got done running it. I pumped some while it was running. We're up to 160 quarts, so 40 gallons in there. And I just shut it off. We're going to wait here 3 or 4 minutes and see where the oil level comes up to. I can see it down in there. It is rising. The mark is the bottom right here. The top is right here. So if it doesn't come up to there, then we'll add a little bit. It's pretty yellow or foamy looking, I guess. There's a lot of air mixed into it from just the filling process and mixing it, so it needs to settle for a while, and we'll probably have to top it off. Okay, it came back up considerably. It's just a little bit low. I'm gonna go ahead and pump it up to the top of this line, and we're just gonna let it sit for quite a while, and we'll run it again in a little while. I've got to run down to my house and go take care of a few things, So I'm down here in the house. Progress is being made. I'll just walk you through and give you a little update. Check it out. We've got backsplash done. I showed you kitchen cabinets, or countertops, I'm sorry, before. And the electrician has been here. We've got under cabinet lights. Sweet. He's been working on installing all of the outlets, switches, all of that stuff, lights throughout the whole house. I put the cooktop in this afternoon. That is quite nice. We'll be Very good. So it needs to get wired yet, but it's in there. We've got to get the ovens in here. They're out in my barn, but they're heavy enough that I can't move them without a forklift, and that one was easy. So the big thing though is we're getting ready to start on the flooring project. So we've got all that hardwood that's been sitting in here for a good week and a half now. And tomorrow I'm planning on getting started with the install. So I've been cleaning up the floor a little bit. I had some tape here marking out where our table was going to go for the light. Oh yeah, light fixture. And so I'm cleaning that up, doing some shop vacuuming. I marked out with a chalk line the edge of what is going to be hardwood versus carpet, so that I can have that guide there. So this is all going to be hardwood in through that hallway there. Yeah, we're making progress. So I've got underlayment bought there. That's got to go down, but we just got to go through the flooring and clean up a little bit of stuff, fix somewhere there was a nail sticking out I noticed that I've got to catch right here. So we got to get a hammer and pound that in. There was a staple in the floor over here. There's a couple of spots where there's some like this. They spilled some plaster, the drywall guys. We got to clean that up, make sure everything is nice and smooth and flat and everything before we lay the flooring down. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I also got this done. Shower, tile, all finished. And yeah, we're still waiting on countertops for in here. We picked stuff out in September, and then in January they decided to tell us that they couldn't get what we picked out. So that's super fun. Okay, well, I worked down there for quite a while. I did not get as much done. Oh no. Appears we have a drip. That's not good. That's not good at all. There's still oil in the sight gauge quite a bit, but we're leaking somewhere, so I got to figure out where that is. But anyway, what I was saying was, as much as I need to keep working on this and stuff, that floor down in my house has become the priority. So this is going to have to sit until Brock can come work on it on Friday. And yeah, it is what it is. So I'm going to crawl under there and see if I can figure out where that oil's coming from. Oh, it's not good. It's not good. That's that screen, that big tube that I had to take off to get to it. There's an O-ring in there. I put it back. It's all in place right. I got it seated, but it's dripping. And you got to take a lot of oil out to get that out of there. Oh shoot. Well, we're gonna put a bucket under it and get some oil dry on the floor. Well, that's got to get fixed sooner rather than later. All right, I got some floor dry soaking up what has spilled, and a funnel and a bucket, a clean bucket, catching the oil that's dripping out of there. We're going to deal with it in the morning. That's going to be a problem, because I have a feeling we're going to have to drain like 20 gallons of oil out of there to fix that. So I am going to go right now and order a new O-ring and make sure that I have that, so that that's got to be the problem. It's got to be that O-ring, and I know I cleaned it up. I did have that thought of, oh, I wonder if this O-ring's any good, because it was pretty hard. It wasn't very soft. Once you disturb it, put it back together, causes problems. Anyway, we'll fix it. It's just how much oil am I going to lose and waste in the process is the problem here. Right there, number 8. $5. We're just going to get it. And we're going to get this one while we're at it too. There's 2 of them. Replace them both. All right, I ordered them. They didn't have them at the local store, but one of their other branches did, and their parts drop comes tomorrow, so hopefully they'll get them to me by 12:30 or 1 o'clock, and we can get that fixed. So anyway, thanks for watching today, everybody. Have a great night. Different content tomorrow with the flooring stuff. It's going to be a slow process getting started, but once we do, things should roll pretty quickly. We'll see. If you have any questions and comments, leave them down below, and be sure and hit that like and subscribe button. See you tomorrow.